What's going on, car family? I'm Ben Wayne. Thank you for joining me in another video. Today we are here at Atlanta Classic Cars and we're going to be filming the most preposterous vehicle we have featured on this channel to date. This is the Mercedes-Benz G550 4x4² and it has been finished in a $20,000 high gloss electric beam paintwork. This vehicle is just absolutely stunning and it just grabs your attention no matter who you are or where you are when you see it. So today, let's take a look at the exterior and interior details of this G550 4x4² and see how this ride has been engineered for excellence. Before we hop into some of the details of this particular vehicle, let's quickly touch on some of the history of the G-Class. The G in G-Class is short for Geländewagen, meaning cross-country vehicle in German. This is Mercedes-Benz's longest production vehicle, as it's been in production since 1979. And clearly, it looks like it's something that's been straight out of the military. And that's because it does have a military background. As you can see, all the glass paneling is completely flat. And the reason why all glass panels are flat on the G-Class is because if it's broken, it's easy to replace, it's easy to repair, you can replace it with wood paneling, and flat glass is also extremely easy to bulletproof. So all this can also be done in the field. So that's just a light touch on the history of the Mercedes-Benz G-Class. Now let's go ahead and hop into some of the exterior details of this particular G550 4x4². Taking a look at the front of this 4x4², you probably might have noticed that it has been fitted with quite a few Brabus accessories. And for those of you who do not know, Brabus is an aftermarket tuning company that specializes in Mercedes-Benz, Maybach, and Smart vehicles. So this 4x4² has been fitted with the Brabus DRLs in the front bumper, the Brabus grille, which features the high gloss electric beam accents for the Brabus B, and then my favorite feature is the Brabus carbon fiber hood. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's a $7,000 option though, so that's kind of steep, but it is awesome. It is just completely gorgeous to look at. Taking a look at the side profile of this G550 4x4², it has also been accessorized with the Brabus electronic running boards. Simply hit the unlock button and the running boards will lower, allowing for ingress and egress to this vehicle to be extremely easy. As a matter of fact, I could not imagine having this vehicle without the running boards. Well, actually, I'm gonna let Mrs. Wayne give us a demonstration of how challenging it can be to get in and out of this vehicle without the running boards.
Okay, so I just did a nice little workout to get into this vehicle. I had to use the door handle and this upper lift handle. It was very difficult to get into such a large vehicle of this magnitude without using that extra step there. Now I'm going to try to get into this vehicle using the running board. No hands. Just by having that extra step, as you can see, I didn't need to use any extra help getting here. I didn't need to ask Mr. Wayne to come help me. I didn't need anything extra. So it's definitely a necessity to have that extra running board there. Just think about this. The standard G550 4x4² does not come with these running boards. I can't even imagine not having that and owning this car without having that extra step there. I would be climbing and doing everything extra to get into this vehicle on a daily basis. So this is definitely a necessity.
Now that Mrs. Wayne has shared her experiences with us on the motorized running boards, let's take a quick look at the rear of the G550 4x4². So one of the first things you'll notice about the rear is that the rear bumper has been lifted straight from the 6x6. Let's take a quick peek inside since we're back here. Opening up this door, you'll notice that it's fitted with diamond quilted stitching. It's really nice. And then I do want to point out that it does feature Brabus door sills that are illuminated. That's another nice accessory that the owner has decided to place on this car. It looks excellent. We've discussed some of the visual aspects of this particular G550 4x4² along with its many Brabus accessories. Now let's go ahead and hop into some of the characteristics that directly impact driving dynamics of this vehicle. And let's start with an explanation to these extremely wide and flared out carbon fiber fenders. And the reason for that is the G550 4x4² has a much wider track than the standard G class. In fact, up front it is 9 inches wider, and in the rear it is 10 inches wider than the standard G class, allowing for better handling. Speaking of handling, the G550 4x4² features 8 dampers and 8 springs, 2 of each at each corner. Now, of the 2 dampers at each corner, 1 damper is fixed and the other damper is variable. The variable damper is able to switch between comfort and sport modes in just 15 milliseconds. Now let's talk about one of the most important features of the G550 4x4², and that is the portal axles, which have been lifted directly from the 6x6. Portal axles are an off-road technology that allows the axles to sit above the center wheel hub. Now within the wheel hub is a reduction gearbox. There are 2 main benefits to having portal axles. One, which is blatantly obvious, is the increased ride height. The G550 4x4² features 18 inches of ground clearance. The second key benefit is the hub gearing allows the axle half shafts to drive the same power, but at a reduced torque. This allows for a reduced load on the axle crown wheel and the differential. And lastly, I do want to point out that this G550 4x4² is rolling on 22-inch gloss black wheels with Brabus center wheel caps that have been accented in the high gloss electric beam to match the paintwork. These wheels are shod in 37-inch Toyo off-road tires. Under the hood, you will find a 4-liter bi-turbo V8, which produces 416 horsepower at the engine speed of 5,250 RPM. Your torque is at 450 pounds per foot at the low engine speed of 2,250 RPM. Now let's start it up and hear how it sounds. Now that we discussed some of the exterior details, let's go ahead and check out the interior. The interior of this G550 4x4² comes with everything you would expect from a Mercedes-Benz. Starting off with the seats, they are extremely comfortable and feature a diamond stitching with black leather and Dynamica accents. They look excellent. The steering wheel is finished in black leather with Dynamica accents on the side as well, and it features 2 thick aluminum shift paddles behind the steering wheel for downshifting and upshifting as well. Coming over to the center console, is covered in smooth black leather with contrast stitching. You have your infotainment screen, carbon fiber accents, 3 different settings for your differential locking mechanism. You never want to use those unless you're off-road. Coming further down, you have controls for your radio, media, navigation, and telephone. You have controls for your seats, which feature 3 levels of heating and cooling. Further back, your gear selector and further carbon fiber accents. Everything just comes together so well in the interior of this G550 4x4². The door panels feature diamond stitching, controls for all 4 windows and your side view mirror, and there's also carbon fiber accents as well. You have controls for your electronic seating with 3-position memory and storage on the bottom of the door. That was a brief overview of this Mercedes-Benz 4x4², which features plenty of Brabus customizations such as the grille, the carbon fiber hood scoop, and the illuminated door sills. This vehicle is just insane. It's completely obnoxious. If you're driving something like this, you shouldn't have to ever worry about somebody hitting you. If you're interested in purchasing a 4x4², please be sure to reach out to my friend Jesse Cannon-Wallace here at Atlanta Classic Cars. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to subscribe and hit that like button, and I will catch you in the next video.